Infidelity is a common issue that can happen in any relationship, and it can be devastating for the partner who is cheated on. And while it is possible for someone to cheat without any warning signs, there are often certain changes in behavior that could indicate that a person may be thinking about cheating. Here are 9 signs people give before they cheat. Number 1. Drastic changes in communication. We all get busy from time to time and aren't as responsive in our communication. But if this change in communication suddenly becomes a habit, it may indicate an issue. Maybe they used to text you throughout the day, asking about yours and engaging you in conversation, but now they don't. Or perhaps they used to call you every day on their break, but now you don't hear from them at all. They may come up with excuses as to why they are no longer available to communicate with you during your time apart. And when you are together, instead of connecting, they may spend most of their time focused on their phone, or more time in the bathroom, or away from you. It may be they are no longer interested in connecting with you and would prefer to focus on other things. This may make it seem as if they have mentally checked out. Number 2. They show a lack of interest in you. Their lack of interest may be due to life's many stressors. Maybe they're under a lot of pressure at work or feeling overwhelmed. That's totally normal, and it happens. However, the majority of these issues are typically discussed between partners. So if you notice a pattern of this behavior with no apparent cause, it may be worth investigating. People who are thinking about cheating may start to withdraw emotionally from their partner. They may become less affectionate, less communicative, and less interested in spending time together. Perhaps they no longer want to go places or do things with you. This is often a sign that they are seeking emotional connection and fulfillment elsewhere. Number 3. Increased interest in appearance. It's common for people to focus more on their physical appearance around the beginning of the year. Perhaps they made a New Year's resolution to work out more, or maybe they want to prepare for summer by getting in shape in time for bikini season. This is understandable. However, if your partner has a sudden interest in shaping up when they have never before shown interest or concern with their weight, the reason for this newfound interest is worth exploring. Someone who is thinking about cheating may start dressing differently, or shopping for nicer clothes. They may start wearing more perfume or cologne, or maybe they're wearing a new scent. Maybe they started taking showers after work, or are grooming themselves more frequently. Individually, these changes in behavior may not be cause for concern. There are always other possible explanations. However, if several of these signs present themselves around the same time, it may indicate infidelity. They may be trying to impress or appeal to someone, and if that someone isn't you, it could be they have someone else in their sights. Number 4. They become more or less critical of you. We all have our quirks, and we all have our pet peeves. But if you notice your partner has become more critical of things that were not bothersome before, this may be a sign of cheating. Perhaps they now find fault in everything you do. Or maybe they've become more irritable, or they've begun to express dissatisfaction with the relationship. They may be picking more fights with you, and they may be upset with you, or show disapproval for longer and longer periods of time. This could be a way for them to distance themselves emotionally from you and attempt to justify their actions. They may not even know they're doing it, but their subconscious mind has a way of working to make the relationship painful and uncomfortable. Because if they're able to do that, then that makes leaving it or cheating easier for them. If they can make you the bad person, then that reduces the guilt they feel about what they've done or are about to do. However, the opposite could also be true. In a healthy relationship, bickering is common as couples solve their daily problems. The small arguments signify that the couple still care about each other, want to be heard, and are still committed to one another. So if your partner suddenly begins to avoid these arguments, it could mean they no longer care enough to work through the disagreements and are no longer interested in resolving the issues. Number 5. Secretive behavior. If someone loves you, they're going to want to share their lives with you. They'll want to share details about their day or plans. They'll share stories about things that happened in their time away from you. They'll want to include you as much as possible. People who are thinking about cheating may become more secretive with their time and life. They may not want to include you as much or invite you out as often. They may be more protective of their phone, computer, or social media accounts, and may be less willing to share details about their day or plans. If you ask your partner questions about the details of their time away from you, and they become annoyed or irritable, this crosses the line into suspicious behavior. Number 6. their phone habits have changed. When in a committed and honest relationship, many partners know the passwords to their partner's phone or computer, no big deal. And people who are not cheating generally leave their phone lying around, and are not worried if you pick it up or see when it rings. People who have nothing to hide don't try to hide anything. Perhaps your partner has become much more attached to their phone, bringing it with them absolutely everywhere. Or maybe they started leaving the room to take calls, or suddenly changed their settings so that you cannot see text previews. Perhaps they keep their phone on silent now when they never had before. Or maybe they angle their screen away from you or go out of their way to make sure you don't see a text that's coming through. This should undoubtedly raise suspicion. If your partner gets mad, defensive, or possessive when asked about their devices, they might be hiding something. Number 7. They have a change in libido. It's not uncommon for there to be fluctuations in the frequency of sex in a relationship. It's natural for your libido to ebb and flow. However, if you have noticed a substantial change in your love life, it may indicate infidelity. People who are thinking about cheating may become less interested in sex with their partner. They may make excuses or avoid intimacy altogether, which can be a sign that they are seeking sexual fulfillment elsewhere, but that's not always the case. In fact, they may seem to suddenly have an increased sexual desire for you. This could be because their sex drive may actually spike, having been reinvigorated by a new desire. Perhaps their behavior in the bedroom has changed, and they're wanting to try new moves or techniques. No matter the case, if there is any dramatic change in the sex life between you and your partner, good or bad, the cause is definitely worth exploring. Number 8. Increased time away from home. In the beginning, oftentimes couples can't seem to get enough of one another. Over time, that may fade. However, if you seem to be finding yourself moving further down your partner's list of priorities, you may want to find out why. They may be going out with their friends more often, no longer inviting you to join them. Maybe they have more work commitments, or they're frequently working longer and longer hours when they used to have a pretty set schedule. Or perhaps they took up a new hobby that keeps them out of the house or away from you. This may be a way for them to create distance between the both of you, perhaps allowing them to pursue other relationships. All in all, it may seem you've become less important to them. Number 9. They try to gaslight you. If you confront your partner about whatever's off in the relationship, they may try to gaslight you. Psychologically abusive behavior, gaslighting involves denying the reality of the other partner by intentionally lying, bullying, and obscuring the facts, which gradually causes that person to doubt their perception of truth, facts, and reality. In other words, they try to make you look like the crazy one. They may say you are being too nosy, asking too many questions. They may say it's all in your head. They'll try to play the victim, making it seem as if you are paranoid and untrusting. They may make it seem as if you are attacking them when they've done absolutely nothing wrong. And still, they will refuse to give you any straight answers for what's been going on. Any answers they do give won't add up, and none of their stories will make any sense. The reason they may try to gaslight you is because in order to gain power over you, they need to make you doubt yourself. They need to make you doubt whether your memory and interpretation of what's going on are correct. Beware of this. If you sense that something is off, chances are something probably is. Trust that part of yourself, because it's there for a reason. So while these signs may indicate that someone is thinking about cheating, you must understand that they do not necessarily mean they will cheat. Every person and relationship is different, and there may be other explanations for these behaviors. However, if your partner's behavior arouses suspicion in you, even if you're not able to pinpoint why, it's important to address it and communicate openly and honestly about your concerns, no matter how uncomfortable the conversation may be. After all, even though you may not have noticed these, sometimes subtle, changes, your subconscious has, and it's sending signals through your body that something isn't right. So when you get that feeling in your gut, or your instinct is telling you something is off, trust it. What signs or behaviors have you noticed in someone before they cheated? Is there a specific topic you'd like for us to explore next? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you would like to see more videos like this one, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell. Thanks for watching.